Oh, what's up? This is a weird camera angle. I'm not sure how much I like this. What if we did... Oh, it's not going to let me do it while I'm live. You bastards. Oh, you bastards. Kind of needs to be the other way around. Oh, I forgot something. Son of a bitch, get off my cable. Okay, let's see if the Discord bot stuff works today. Huh. We're doing it manually. 1 second. What the? Give it over here. Oh, it did show up finally. So here's the problem. I think I figured it out. So by default, the live stream template is marked as unlisted. So if I don't change it to public before I go live, it starts the stream as an unlisted video, which isn't going to spam it out everywhere. So if I start the live stream and then change it from unlisted to public, which I can do, it doesn't work as well. So it's just, there's new YouTube things I got to get used to. I really need to change the camera angle here because this is, it's closer. And it's like I moved the pole about 4 inches on the desk, and I just don't like this. You got notification? Okay. I mean, shit. It might have just been late sending it out. Sorry, guys. I'm still learning the whole tubes of you. Nice. Nice. Good deal. We might be playing with the camera a little bit today. Because I'm wondering if I move the camera over to this side of the desk, will it look better? I don't know. Because then you'd basically just have microphone in my face the whole time if I did that. So my morning has been interesting. And last night. It all started last night. My mom's Instagram account got compromised. It's a floating beard. Yeah. It's on a pole right now, but I've got enough space back there in the corner. I'm thinking about putting a tripod so I can put the camera way back and higher up so you guys get like a full view. Actually, let's do this. That's better. That's better. Yeah, that's all right. It's still awkward, though. But I moved the desk where you guys could see all this behind me. And we'll get the TV up this week. Now that I've gotten the floor, like, look at this. Clean floor. What if I go, like... So this is what I would normally be at, right? Like shifted way over, but the camera's like in a different... I gotta adjust it. Yeah, we can see the carpet. Oh, it's coming along. I had to get the boxes both thrown away. When I say boxes, I mean like all the OEM boxes. I had to get all those thrown away. Actually, let me do this. Ah, that's boring. Nobody wants to look at that. When I get the workshop up over there, that might make for a more interesting backdrop, and then I'm back to normal, right? I'm back over here where I should be. But nobody wants to stare at a white wall right now. So, two things. One, I had to get the shelving system put back up last night. And, well, it was up, and then I threw away about 2/3 of my OEM boxes. Right? All that stuff was on the floor behind the chair where you guys might not have seen it. But I had to do that so I could move the chair back so I could get all the other stuff out of the way. And the next project to tackle is that thing. With all of my consoles and receiver, and I got to put the TV on the stand and all that stuff. Need that green screen. I don't want a green screen. Yeah, I don't want a green screen. I'd rather you guys see the studio space, and I think you'd rather see it too, right? Yeah, there we go. So anyway, we're making progress. The next thing to tackle is that thing, get the TV up, get the consoles and the receiver all wired up. That's probably going to start work today, this afternoon. I have some reInvent check-in stuff I have to do this afternoon. I got to build a lab for the demo for my breakout session. Listen, Ninja, it's a commitment. I haven't stopped moving for 15 years. 2006, North Carolina to LA. 2011, 5 years later, less than 5 years later, LA to Raleigh. A year and a half later, 2013, Raleigh to LA. 5 years later, 2018, LA to Raleigh. 3 years later, 2021, Raleigh to Vegas. So that's why I kept them all, because it makes it easier to transport them. And when I'm tearing everything down, what do? Just put a big mound of stuff that could get damaged? No, just put it back in the original box and let the packers pack it. I didn't change my latency setting, did I? No, it's on low latency. Okay. So when I got here, when we bought the house, it's also important to note, this is my first house I ever bought because I've moved so much. When we got here, when we bought the house back in August, September, we said we are not leaving here for 5 years. Period. So I started asking myself when I got here and I saw all of the OEM boxes and went, where the hell am I going to put all those things? Because there's no closets up here. Shit. So it became a purge of anything that's here. How likely is it to still be here in 5 years? There's a few things you could say that's pretty likely. My Eros, still got those. Since 2013, 2014. But most of the other stuff has all been acquired within the last 2 to 3 years. The likelihood of me still having all of the stuff that I have right now 5 years from now, highly unlikely. So I just told myself, yeah, just get rid of it. And I did. What you guys see on the rack is it either still has stuff in the box or there's a very, 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 very specific reason that I need to keep that one, like a serial number label, something like that. But yeah, it all fit on the shelf. So I got all that up off the floor. I was able to pull the chair back. So that's my chair, my old man chair. So the chair is interesting. I've had that chair. I think I brought it back with me from Raleigh in 2013 to LA. And then I took it to Raleigh, and now we brought it back to Vegas. And it was always that kind of eyesore. It never matched anything because it's kind of that blood red leather with the gold studs. It's kind of that old school throne, right? What is the chair for? Oh, I'm getting there, Sheppy. It was given to me by my parents. It's old AF. It dates back to like the 30s or 40s. It's been recovered, I think, in the 90s, and then it was recovered again in the 2000s, or it was updated with some of the mechanics were updated in the 2000s. Well, let me show you. This is pretty cool. That is the ultimate recliner. I can't tell you how many nights I've slept in that chair. I've lost count. It's soft plush leather. Give me a blanket and the I'm in trouble chair. No, it's not that. It's the I'm snoring and need to sleep somewhere else chair. It's the I want to watch a very loud movie with my headphones on chair. It's I want to watch football on Sundays chair. But it also doubles as a set. So the idea is put a camera on a tripod with my teleprompter and sit in it and do my sort of opinionated commentary. Obviously not reclined. But it goes flat. Yes. It goes absolutely flat. It even lays you back and you can see kind of your butt just sinks into the middle of it. I've spent many a night in that chair. I love it. So behind it, I'm planning to put a little shelf with some knickknacks on it. We're going to put a lamp and we're going to put a house plant, a ficus, something like that. And it's going to be a set. So I can sit in it and make videos. So normally you guys would see me sort of, I don't know, standing in front of the workshop, poorly lit. I'm still going to have that. That's going to be over here to the right. I've got to put the pegboard back up. That's one of the last things to tackle. Probably for Thanksgiving next week. Is getting all that pegboard back up. To be determined if we do it live again. Because that was a pain in the butt. And putting it back up could be even more of a pain in the butt. Because who knows if I've got all the right nuts and screws and all that stuff. I've still got some leftover LED strips, though, that we can put around it. Anyway, so the chair is going to be a talking head set. Think about it that way for videos. The workshop is going to be sort of live streams, work builds, time lapses, things like that. Shooting B-roll of PCs, anything else I might want to shoot. That's going to be a set. The cabinets behind me. We got to cable all that stuff up. It's kind of dry run cabled right now, as you guys can kind of see the switch sitting in there cockeyed. It's all just loosely sat in there and mocked up right now, if you will. Got my crash cart. ready to go. Got the laptop on it for consoling and things like that. Doubling as a Plex server for the time being. But the laptop has Thunderbolt, so I've got the CalDigit 10 gig adapter, right? That could come in handy. And what you can't see behind the crash cart right now is an A200 and a shelf. You know what? Let me move that cart out of the way. I don't know if that makes it any easier to see. It's not powered up yet. I've still got to put the SAS cables and the 10 gig twin X and stuff like that in there, but hopefully this week. I did power it up to test the sound. So that's a set, right? So we've got workshop, desk, chair, cabinets. We've got a video making content creation studio amidst. Right? That was the whole plan. That was the whole idea. It's starting to take shape. The idea that when I was sitting in here, and you guys saw the picture of the empty room about, 3 months ago? And I sat in the middle of the floor, and I literally stood in this room for 20 minutes thinking about all the stuff and what I was going to have and where it could go. And my ultimate goal was to be versatile in the backdrop where I shoot. Have multiple places, multiple styles of videos I could shoot. Have reversible sets so that I could literally just turn a camera around on a tripod 180 degrees and have a different backdrop. That's the idea here. So get those cabinets populated, get some blinky lights going in the background, get a little zzz going in the background. We can talk about data center stuff. Turn around and look out the window at the clouds. We can talk about cloud stuff. Sit in the chair. You don't want to see my neighbor's house out the window, but have some stuff just for talking head commentary. How many all-nighters, gaming, or Netflix binges? I don't know what you mean. I would never do that. Except on Friday and Saturday nights, usually. Friday night, I'll probably be binging Age of Empires 4. Yeah, that'll be a good time. But yeah, welcome to the new studio, guys. I'm gonna make a special video about it, probably shooting it this week. Probably gonna be several videos about the updates to the studio. I'm working on getting a couple of different pieces to be able to shoot unique stuff with. But yeah, just a kind of a guided tour of the studio and show you guys all the stuff we're gonna have going on. And then I'm shooting 2 videos this week. I'm going Friday down to the Venetian for certain things that are going to be happening in 2 weeks. If you know, you know. That's going on. Got a bunch of stuff coming on AzureNet Files. Got a bunch of stuff coming in December for FSX. All videos. And then we're going to start really getting into some data center dude stuff. We're going to start talking about some consumer side stuff. How to manage your home network. How to upgrade your stuff to 10 gig. All of that. Recommendations on gear. We're getting ready to turn into a content machine. Because I'm promising you guys a video a week. A long-form video every week throughout 2022. Obviously, I'll take vacation here and there, and there'll be exceptions made. But even that aside, there's no reason I can't sandbag and schedule content to go out during times that I'm gone. So, all that said, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff coming. And this move was done with purpose. I'm a 45-minute flight from San Jose, so being able to jump up there, sit down with execs. I'm an hour and a half flight from Seattle, so being able to jump up there and collaborate with some AWS and Microsoft folks. Am I going to look into adding home automation? Excellent question. Yes. I'm not sure what I can share yet. Can you guys see that? Arriving today is a toner. One of the network tools that I've probably lost more than I've bought is a toner. A cable toner. The weird thing about this house is that in every single room in this near 3,000 square foot house, there's a network jack. And if you pull it out, punch down into the keystone is a Cat5e cable. When I go to the box, there's only 4. Where the f are they? I gotta find them. So one of the things that I've noticed about this house is that all over the ceiling there's covers, there's electrical plate covers, and I have yet to open a bunch of them. There's 8 of them in this room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them in this room. So I don't know if those are Cat5 runs for in-home speakers, because there is an on-cue home audio system in the box down there too. It's not cabled up. I don't know. There's so much in this house that I've yet to unlock, discover. Yesterday, perfect example. I was outside with the realtor, and the seller didn't leave us a garage door opener. It's a nice garage door, LiftMaster, like really nice, quiet. But he didn't leave the remote. So realtor brought a universal one over, helped me program it, do all that stuff. Not that I needed him to help me, but it was nice. It was a nice gesture. So while we're out there, I'm asking him about this, something that I saw on the old sink when we took it out. And the hot water heater sitting right next to it in the garage. Right next to it, there are 2 giant copper pipes that are coming out of the wall with valves on them. And there's a flex tube linking them together, basically bypassing something. You know what goes there? Sheppy, you probably know this. We're set up for what did they call it? All home filtration or whatever? And softener? Like things I didn't even know about, things that weren't on the listing, things that weren't even a part of the package. And sitting right next to those pipes is a full Rainbird 8-node irrigation system for the entire front and backyard. Just things that I didn't know were part of the deal. So this whole house is wired. The wires are somewhere. It's probably going to require me cutting into drywall over the course of the next year or so, opening up the walls and, cutting, hole sawing through some firewall boards. But my plan ultimately is to run all of the drops up here to the cabinets throughout the whole house. It's going to be ugly, but that's what I want done. And luckily we got a good paint guy that knows how to patch drywall and can clean it all up. No, I don't have his contact information. He was an investment buyer that's been renting the place and really just wanted rid of it. He wanted to take advantage of the high market. So he got it. He got rid of it. That's the short story. But I can tell nobody's really all of the coax runs to every room in the house are not even terminated in the box. Like 3 or 4 of them are. It's literally just, it's the end of the cable with the little, coax wire sticking out of it. So part of me wonders, hey, can I use those as a pull cord? Right? Hopefully they're not strapped down to the studs. I could just take a coax, tape the shit out of with a box of Cat5, pull Cat5. Can you ask the person you bought? No, okay, I said that one right. Yeah, water filtration, Sheppy. So they said water softener, and you just have to get the thing that's like a couple $100 and you put the salt in it, and it's because the water out here is really hard. So backstory, all of our water comes from Lake Mead, which is fed by the Colorado River. Almost all of the Southwest, including Los Angeles and San Diego, get most of their drinking water, potable water, from the Colorado River and Lake Mead. It serves a large portion of the Southwest. It's historically low levels right now. It's very bad conditions in the Southwest. But because the Colorado River is so silt laden, the water is very hard and minerally. So if you drink out of the tap, it's got a funny taste. Now they say it's fine. You know, talk to any doctor. They say it's fine. You get a little extra minerals in your diet. But that's about it. So having that, we've started going down the Brita filter rat hole, and she's already bought one pitcher, and I'm just like, whoa. So there's a company called EcoPure, I think is who it is, and they make a 5-year inline filter for your refrigerator. So if you've got fridge water on the door, you can just put an inline filter between the wall and your fridge line, right? And I think that was $99. Listen, I drank out of the creek behind my house, the muddy creek. You get thirsty. Dogs, whatever. There's no telling what kind of bacteria was in those creeks. I grew up in lakes and creeks. It's you swallow, whether you want to or not, you end up swallowing water. It tastes funny, is normally what you get. Well, what is it supposed to taste like? Anyway, where was I going with this? So, full Rainbird irrigation system. When already established, all I got to do is put the filter, the water filtration system in there. It's plumbed already. What else? The whole house is wired. I think I could get away with pulling the coax cables as pull cables for Cat5. Just go get a 500 feet box of Cat5 Ethernet. Might even do Cat6. I'd just be worried about the thickness of it. There are 2 corrugated conduits dropping down into the panel, but they're empty. And part of me just wants to get a little camera snake and just see where they go. And I don't know if that's something I can buy, a service I need to have done. Can we put a heartbeat on it or something and just kind of trace it through the walls and see where those go? My goal, I'm on the 3rd floor. I have a shared wall on the staircase back there. You guys can see the banister behind the cabinets. The shared wall is with the laundry room right below me, and then it drops down into the middle of the kitchen, I think, on the 1st floor. It's a camera, Richard? Ties to your iPhone? Oh my, okay. Is it rigid? Is it like a ribbon metal cable that'll fish it? Is it like a fish tape kind of thing? I might need more than 30 feet. The other thing I've got to do, there's not one up here. I'm on the very top, so I don't have there's not like attic space or anything. But the air conditioning unit you guys can kind of see right there is self-contained. So they got to service that thing somehow. It's not like there's an exterior condenser or anything. It's an in-ceiling central air unit, basically. Put a broadcast beacon on a fish tape and push it through, then use a probe to trace it along the wall. All right. Yeah, we'll pull it up here in a second. So there's a lot to do, is what I'm getting at. Our fridge and dishwasher are supposed to be delivered hopefully this weekend and next week. We got in on that Black Friday deal with Costco for the KitchenAid pair, which basically you get a free $1,200 dishwasher with purchase of a refrigerator is how it worked out. And the price of the fridge was the sale price of the fridge, not the list price of the fridge. So, I mean, we're over the moon about that, because I had told her previously, I'm like, look, we can't drop that much money on a fridge. It's a fridge. We still got to buy, like, other things. And she said, well, what if we can get the fridge on sale and get a free top of the line dishwasher as a bundle. I said, okay, you have my attention. And she sent me the link to Costco. It's like, buy it now. It is a kick-ass dishwasher. Here, I'll show you guys. I think this is it. Yeah. And it went out of stock so fast. It went out so fast. So it's a $4,500 refrigerator. It's absurd. But we needed counter depth, which makes things very expensive. But it also comes with where was the it's a badass dishwasher. It's got a third rack, stainless steel tub. It's got that knurled handle that everybody loves about KitchenAid. It looks gorgeous. That the dishwasher alone is like $11.69 or something like that. We got them both for the sale price of the fridge. Let's see what we got here. Depths Tech. Ooh.
I'm a car mechanic.
Are you
I
now?
love cars and I often refit them. The sense of creativity really makes me excited. But there'll always be a small problem with the cars. After all, it's not Optimus Prime. In daily maintenance, we need to be strict. Because a small screw could be a crucial part of maintaining.
Some people may ignore such small details. Too many complex accessories.
He's not even
makes
turning
it
that.
more difficult to disassemble and reassemble.
Now he is.
Well, WF020X really helps me a lot. It makes this tedious work easy. For me, that means I can spend more time to do other work.
Greatly improving my work efficiency. Maybe I can get off work early and go and buy myself one of the new Star Wars movie tickets.
The flexibility of the cable is great, which allows the camera probe to accurately extend into different confined gaps. With WF020X special Camtel tech, the maximum focal range is up to 15.7 inches.
Wow.
Which means that I can see more clearer images and analyze problems accurately. And the lens is upgraded with Blue Art tech. It can effectively reduce the overexposure. Look, no matter how dark the inspection area is, images can be seen clearly. For the continuous work, WF020X won't let you down.
It provides 4 hours in
Okay, that's enough of that. We don't need any more of that. I might get one of these just to, Sippy, just to say you have one. I can think of, this is one of those tools that you don't need until you need it, right? Like certain types of specialty wrenches. You don't need one until you need one. But my curiosity, I'm going to see what I can find out first with the toner. Because I'm deathly curious just to go to each of the rooms, plug it in, and go to the box and start, like, am I getting any tone anywhere? And then start hitting the walls like around where the jack is, try to run it up the wall and see where it goes, and try and pick it up from the floor upstairs and then try and follow it. Where are all the... There are no other panels in the house that I've been able to find. So anyway, there's that. I'm curious to see if I can use the coax cables to do pulls, but my problem is like the place that I'm trying to pull them to, there isn't an existing run. So it's one of those things where I'm gonna have to like cut a hole and put a grommet in the carpet and come up through the laundry room. And there's probably gonna be fireboard there that I'll have to cut through. So the idea is if I open up that place in the laundry room, use a stud finder to find where that is, open that up, hole saw it, and drop down some corrugated tubing into that. And then I could, if I could fish everything, and the beauty of the laundry room is it's very centrally located on the second floor of the 3. So I could do pulls to the laundry room fairly easily. There's a pull place where you can go. They have there's a panel in the kitchen where you can access the plumbing of the second floor bathtub if you need to, if you have leaks or anything like that. So there is a way to do it. And I've been thinking about the best way to do this, and I think it would be to open up the drywall in the laundry room, make sure I'm not getting through any fireboards there, and then drill a hole, cut a hole in the carpet, and hole saw through the floor, put a big, 2-inch piece of PVC standpipe, and use that as my drop-in. Right? And have cables come up through that. That's the tentative idea. There's not really a plan yet. I'm not ready to start opening up drywall just yet. But I really just want to get an idea of where it all is. Let's tone it all. Let's see where it all goes. You wouldn't think you would have fireboard in between floors, more than likely just plywood. Okay. Yeah, just the plywood floor. There is a rule in the code, I believe, where not between floors, but halfway up from the ceiling to the floor of each floor. I do believe that there is a fireboard in there, but that's not going to be between every stud. So my hope is, or between every pair of studs. So my hope is that I can find a gap that lines up nicely that will take the whole runs upstairs. This would be totally easy if we were going into just a framed up house, skeleton, or OSB, yeah. Which, punch through that with a screwdriver if you need to. So we're gonna have some fun. I've got about almost 2 weeks off for Christmas. That's not a national code? Okay. A lot of videos I've watched on people doing like bathroom renovations and stuff like that, or hiding wires behind TVs, tend to deal with that stuff. Like when you want to drop an extension cord down through the wall, which is not code, you shouldn't do that, but if you wanted to extend an outlet up to an outlet behind the TV, there's a fireboard horizontal there between the studs. So yeah, I love the fact that you're a builder, Sheppy, and you bring a whole different perspective to this thing. I'm going to be asking you so many questions over the next couple of years. It's the municipal codes are all different. Yeah. State to state, city to city. What was I going to say? That was the other thing. The toner that I bought. It was some cheap little $35 thing on Amazon. I looked at getting a Fluke, and it was all but a multimeter tool, and it was $150. And I just don't want to pay that Fluke tax on that stuff. I've got a nice Fluke multimeter somewhere that just doesn't have a toner as part of it. Yeah. it said, I just got a notification that said it's out for delivery. That could be fun. On exterior walls, you usually have blocking in place to help hold up insulation and increase structural integrity, but usually only one run across. Yeah, so I don't think we're hitting any exterior walls. There's one behind the TV that shares a wall with the garage, and I'm wondering if that's insulated. That might prove a little tricky, but still, it's a snake tape. It's not that big a deal. That's the one thing I might need. Yeah, fish tape. There we go. $10, $11. How long is it? 25 feet. Yeah, but it's just a 2x. So the point is, open up the drywall, hole saw through that, and put a piece of corrugated tubing in there to pass through. The garage wall will be insulated. Okay. Let me see if I can see if the pictures are still up there. Yeah, here we go. So there's one right there. It's on that little jack by itself. Can I zoom in on this? Yeah, it's one of these two. There's the entry door to the garage. So we were looking at, I'm going to have to go up this wall. The good news is the laundry room is like right there. Right above, right to the side of this vent. So if I can get something into this, and I'm wondering, I've got all these, remember those plates I was telling you about that are on the ceiling? A realtor was telling me that the living room down here is wired for flush mount speakers, in-ceiling speakers. And I'm going, oh, I wonder if that's where all the Cat5 runs go. But the good news is I've got access, right? I can use this with a snake tape, a fish tape, to pull Cat5 through. And it's just like taking a wall cover off, a light switch cover. So I've got access pretty much everywhere I need it to be. That's the good news. I'm not intimidated to pull cables. It's really what I started my career doing, pulling cables. And I mean, if we buy, let's look at like 500 feet. Ooh, Cat6. Can I just buy a box? $50. It's a good thing I know how to terminate, and I got my crimper. So the point being, we're in good shape. I think I can pull this off. Cat5 and a speaker wire. Yep, that's what I haven't gotten on the ladder yet, and taken the screwdriver to take those back down. Really? Hang on one second. I just got a notification that I got to be on a call in 15 minutes. Yeah. That sucks. Well, we're going to be cutting this one short today. Because I can't miss that one. Anyway. $50 box of cable, $10 fish tape, and a box of, what do you call them? Cat6 ends. I don't know what you call those things. Jacks. Or just RJ45. 100 pack for $13. There you go. Yeah, running cable. That's what we're doing. Like old time, like it's 1997 all over again. Oh, so 100 pieces of ends, RJ45 ends, $50. So I mean, for $100, and maybe some add-ons. Don't use the pass-through connectors. What do you mean? Uh-oh. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. How? Go back one page. No, I crimp all my own shit. I'm not. No, I'm crimping. I don't know about this pass-through stuff. Yeah, nah. I won't be doing that. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with that. No. No, this is, I just want, or Cable Matters. That's a good, that's the company I wanted to look at. 100 piece, 13 bucks. Solid or stranded. Cool. Beautiful. Oh, and I like the little container too. I can hang that on the pegboard. That's handy. Yeah. So got my crimp tool, get some ends, $50 box of Cat6 cable, and a $10 fish tape. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and throw that in the cart. We'll come back and we'll do 500 feet Cat6. Was there Cable Matters? Do they sell bulk? 1,000 feet. I don't need 1,000 feet. They have 500 feet option. Do they not sell a 500-foot box of Cat6? You just bought a camper and you've been outfitting it? Oh, man. That's good times. That's good times. Well, that's disappointing. Make sure the ends are Cat6? I thought it was all RJ45. What am I missing? Make sure the jacks are 6, not 5E. Isn't that just the weight? I mean, it says Cat6. I just don't know what the significance of that is. It's 8 pins still. Should work for both. What am I missing? Oh, no, I understand that, but when you say they're wired for something, what does that mean? Because they're RJ45 jacks. Whether it's Cat5e strands or Cat6 strands, it's still going into an RJ45 jack. Help me understand because I don't want to mess this up. Is there something different? Oh, okay. I'm trying to find brands that I recognize. I don't know True Cable. I don't know Vivo. Nav Point I've heard of. Media Bridge I've heard of. Oof. Is that... Oof. In-wall rate. Yeah. That's the good stuff right there. I've heard of Media Bridge before. Whew. That's expensive. I like that it's blue. $10 gig, 550 megahertz meets strict standards to provide data speeds up to 10 gigabit per second. Perfect for fast E gigabit 10 gig that require bandwidth intensive voice data or video distribution. Pure copper. 23 gauge. I don't remember if... I don't know. There's Cat6 that's like super thick, and then there's Cat6 that just looks like a Cat5. I just can't remember which is which. Oh, hang on one second. We'll solve this right now. I gotta hurry. Okay, so here is a Cat5e UTP stranded. 350 megahertz. It's advertised as on the cable. Let's just unwind that. Where's all my writing? There it is. So this is Cable Matters stuff. ROS compliant, 350 megahertz. TIA 568 C.2. It does not really say the gauge. 24 AWG, so 24 gauge. 23 gauge is going to be a little thicker than that, but minimally. I'll have to look at the gauge on the what you call it, the Cat6 cables I have on the 10 gig stuff. I've got one right here. Let me see if I can. Oh, come here. $24. So they're the same. So, okay. So that one's probably a little bit thicker. So it's good to know. So this is part of the Cat6 standard as well, is some of the insulation that they do inside the cable. No. Oh, that's freaking sweet. They've got numbered markings for the length. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Solid copper. Yeah, the individual twists are tighter, something like that. Built for long runs. Yeah, this is probably what I'm going to get. This is the good stuff. I'm not messing around. I need this to last a long time. We'll throw that in. So to spend an extra, what, almost $100? Oof. But just to have 500-foot box of copper around. I didn't know that, Dave. That's fantastic if they are. That wasn't a thing 20 years ago when I was doing it. We'd have to 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. You just spread your arms across, and that's about 6 feet. Yeah. And I know that I needed, what, 14 of those to get to 100 feet? So I had always heard 250 feet before you start getting attenuation. I never did any runs over 250 feet. Cat6 might be different. But yeah, I mean, so right there for $153, I'll be able to cable my house, and a lot of blood, sweat, and calloused fingertips. Right. I won't be running 10 gig through the house yet. Until they come out with an Apple TV that supports 10 gig. Are there any streaming devices that have Ethernet? Like set-top devices that have 10 gig support? Has that become a thing yet? Amazon, I don't think the Apple TV, like, who needs more than gigabit right now to watch even a 4K movie is only about a 40 megabit per second stream. Yeah, so that was my other thought, was do I jump and go with Cat7? So just basically for timing, right? Do I want to stay ahead of the curve? The Cat7 stuff is the one that has all the shielding shit in it, if I'm not mistaken, for EMI. You know, solar flares and shit like that. Cat7 I also always thought was more for outdoor stuff. Yeah, if I go more than 100 feet, I'll be very shocked. Cat6 is totally fine. From what I know, what I've heard. Cat7, if you're going to be anywhere near power lines, power cables, anything that could have electromagnetic interference that would interfere with the data signal, and you need your data signal to be that strong and uninterrupted, Cat7. Cat6A can do 10 gig up to 330 feet. We're going to have to look into all those standards. Guys, I hate to cut it short today. I got a meeting I can't miss. Unfortunately, I got to bounce a little bit early. I do want to make sure that I do at least something. Cat7 is monster cable and tough. Yeah, I won't be doing Cat7. Yeah, Cat6A is fine. I mean, is that technically, like, how do you tell what spec it is? A has the shielding. Okay. Guys, I got to bounce. Let's keep the conversation going, though, in Discord. We'll see you guys over there. Sorry, I got to bounce early, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll be back on Discord later, streaming some of this stuff. No promises. We'll see. Sorry for cutting it short. We'll see you guys on Friday for some more good times. Deuces.